yeast infection. So that itch that feels different right there can be a yeast infection, not necessarily STI. Many people assume that genital itch is STI, but sometimes the real culprit is a simple yeast infection, something that can affect both male and female. So what is a yeast infection? A yeast infection occurs when the normal balance between bacteria and yeast in the body is disrupted. This allows Candida albicans to overgrow. They overgrow. And when they overgrow, then there is an issue. This is very common. It is treatable, and you don't need to be ashamed of this particular infection. What are the common causes of a yeast infection? The first one is overuse of antibiotics. Some people just like anytime they have infection, they prescribe antibiotics for themselves, and then they keep buying any slight infection like this, they'll go and get over-the-counter antibiotics and start using. It affects your body negatively. So overuse of antibiotics can cause a yeast infection. It's high sugar intake or uncontrolled diabetes. So people that have diabetes are meant to be on medications. Of course, you speak with your doctor, and then it will place you on medications following the diagnosis, and also may also recommend some diets which will help to control the blood sugar level. If this is not controlled, then the individual is susceptible to yeast infection. The next one is pregnancy. You know, when a woman is pregnant, of course, the immune system of the body will have to step down a bit. So because if it did not step down a bit like that, that's if the immune system of the woman's body is as strong as what it is, if it sees the pregnancy, then it will want to kick it out because it will see the pregnancy as a foreign body. So that's why God did it in a way that when a woman is pregnant, the immune system comes down a bit, so it's low. Let me use the word is low, so as to accommodate the pregnancy that is growing in our body. So in pregnancy, the immune system is low, and as such, pregnant women are susceptible to yeast infection. During menstruation, and then women on contraceptives, weak immune system, like I mentioned, so tight clothing or poor hygiene. People don't practice personal hygiene, or they are not consistent with it, then they can be susceptible to a yeast infection. Where can this be found? That's another question someone may be asking. So in a woman, we can see this in the vagina and the vulva area. For men, you can see it on the foreskin of their penis, and whereas for both male and female, you can see it also in the mouth. It can appear as a mouth thrush. For women, you can see it under anywhere that there is skin fold, like maybe under the breast, under the armpits, at the groin area. So those are places you can see this yeast infection. In addition to what I've mentioned earlier, we can also see those that are people that are sexually active. They are also susceptible to this yeast infection. What are the signs and symptoms of yeast infection? Redness and rash. There can be itching, burning sensation, or soreness in both. They have thick, whitish discharge in women. Also, there can be pain during urination or intercourse. How do we diagnose and treat it? Very simple. When you're experiencing some of the symptoms I will mention, just visit your doctor, explain to him or her, and then she can carry out some investigations and make the appropriate diagnosis, then place you on treatment, and ensure that you take the treatment as prescribed and follow up with your review or follow-up appointment. So it is important to note that yeast infection does not mean that you are dirty. They just mean that your body's balance needs attention. So it's something you need to attend to and fix it to avoid greater issues. So have you experienced this before? Or have you noticed something like this in someone? Or have you discovered that people don't really talk about this yeast infection? Or people don't even know what it is when they experience it? So this is another opportunity for you to like this video, share with people so that they can be well informed and know how to deal. Okay? That reminds me,